Hey everybody! I really enjoyed Jenna Marbles made a junk food confessionals video, and I thought it was really a good video for me to relate to. I personally want to tag myself in on this, give you my confessions of my junk food inner fat kid confessions, because I have terrible eating habits, hence the second chin that forms when I speak. Weight has been like a constant struggle for me, and I'm really okay saying that. I don't think it's any secret. I really like to eat. Who knows if I'm ever really going to attain like a perfect physique. I eat a lot of junk food. I eat a lot of things in excess. A disclaimer that Jenna did also say in her video is a lot of the things that I am going to mention aren't bad in moderation, but when you eat heaping amounts of things, they become a little bit unnecessary, to say the least. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and my junk food confessional starts now. So I guess I can pinpoint a time in my life where I really went overboard, the summer of 2012, and ever since then I feel like it's just been a roly-poly downhill, I fell, I'm a fat kid, I can't get up situation, rolling, pulling, doling down this hill with Jack and Jill in their bucket of water. We go to a cottage for a week in July. During that week, every single morning, my aunt brings up fresh bagels, like 12 of them every single day. Bagels are a weakness of mine, I gotta say. I really enjoy them. Anyway, so with the fresh bagels that came into my life every day, I would consume one for breakfast, definitely one for lunch, possibly one for a snack. I was eating anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 bagels to 4 or 5 bagels a day. 3 at the most. For breakfast, I would eat it with this like cream cheese. I mean, I'm saying just cream cheese. Come on now, you know that was real cream cheese, the fattening kind that clogs your arteries. It was a real cream cheese, a real deal. That kind. What I do with it is I'll put it on the bagel, and then I'll squish the bagel, and then I'll eat it. So I don't put it on both sides. I'm trying to make this sound like I'm a little more health conscious, but I'm actually not at all. And then for lunch, I would take a sesame bagel usually. Those are my fave. I actually like multigrain bagels now. So much better for you. Load it up with a bunch of fresh deli turkey, which isn't bad for you, but when you heap it on in the way that I do, then you're gonna be like, girl, you don't need that much meat on your life, but you're eating it. Okay, go ahead. So I would do that, and then I would put Doritos on it as well. The nacho cheese ones, I would put those on there. 6 of them, slap them on there, smush it. Then I would take a giant 3 handfuls of Doritos and also fill my plate with those. Head down to the beach, eat that on the beach with no shame. Drinking alcohol would come at nighttime. I had beer, I had wine, I had vodka, I had you name it. It was going down my gasket. Didn't try to hide my fruity cocktails at that point. I just drank them almost every single night, a few. So that's part of this. That was like mid-summer. At the end of the summer, Syracuse has a ginormous New York State Fair, which I frequent at. So I went like half of the days. What I go to the fair mainly for, I like gyros, I like the frozen chocolate covered things, the ice creams, I like the cheese tacos, a New York style pizza that's like that thick and it's like that long, the wine coolers, Philly cheesesteaks. I like the baked potatoes where you can get endless toppings and as many as you want for $1. I love it all, and I will eat it all in one day. Yeah, the fair did not help my cause at all. After all the deep fried Snickers and the chocolate covered bacon, I moved onward. P.S. I don't like chocolate covered bacon. I tried a tad of it, but I don't like bacon. And chocolate covered bacon tastes like death. And the fact that it was chocolate covered just didn't seem like a humane thing to do, but very American, and I applaud that. I'd rather eat 16 gyros and then eat another piece of chocolate covered bacon. After the fair, fall came, and the hot dogs, last chance get them while they're hot dogs. I get them whenever I go apple picking and pumpkin picking. Also, I get pickled chips, or dill flavored chips. Oh, shit. And not only do I eat hot dogs and chips that are pickled, fried, I'll also eat apple donuts, apple fritters, apple dumplings, apple caramel apples. Do you want to make an apple unhealthy? I'll eat it. If you want to make it healthy, I won't eat it. And then I also get cheese and cider and like pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. And Halloween comes, and my mom always has a huge party here at my house, and she makes chicken wing dip. It's my weakness. I'm a frequent flyer at my favorite Good Times, Tully's Good Times restaurants. My chicken wing dip, I can always go there and get it, and I pretty much always do. It's like a default, need to eat it, sorry, pass and go, not looking at you, long hair, don't care, I'm eating my chicken wing dip always. So that's my rant about chicken wing dip. Moving on to the holidays, so then Christmas came. You know, I'm not gonna stop eating food at the Christmas party. There's pasta, ziti up the yin yang, kibasi, salads, pizza, homemade things, and cookies, and pie. Oh, shit. I obviously overate during the holidays. Done. New Year! Since this new year has begun, a bad habit that I've picked up of late is I like mozzarella cheese balls, but I will just eat it until it's gone. A big old ball of mozzarella cheese, I'll just eat it with my bare hands, and it gets all sticky, and then I like eat it off my fingers. I can't stop buying the cheese balls. I want all of the mozzarella cheese balls that you can find. Send them to my house. I will continue to eat those. Another bad habit that I've been doing is I'm eating a lot of guacamole. Also, ever since I met my boyfriend, he's been pretty bad at pushing my eating habits to the forefront. We go to this restaurant called Krabby Kirk's. At first I was just eating like the salad, then it was making me burp a lot. Then I wanted to try different things, so I started eating pulled pork. Fuck. And the one that I get, this, not even kidding, this big. They have to like put a pitchfork in it so that it doesn't fall apart when they're carrying it out to me. With cornbread on the side that I dip in sweet barbecue sauce. I'm eating mayonnaise. We have a problem with this. And then also I just love Chinese food. I want all the white rice from Dunkin' Donuts and friggin' Starbucks in the biggest venti large size I can possibly get. But I really enjoy the large beverages and all of the Easter candy in my house. I'm trying to think of something really grotesque that I like to eat. I have a story for you. One night over spring break, I didn't go on spring break this year. I stayed home and it was really lame, and I did work, and I worked the whole time, and I ate a lot of food the whole time. One night, I was working really late, and when I got home I was starving. So I was just like looking through the pantry. I'm like, Mom, can I eat this? Rice-A-Roni is what it was called, and it was my first experience with it. Now, 5 minutes prior, this has nothing to do with eating. I had fallen in the shower trying to bathe myself. I completely wiped out. The shower curtains fell down. I made like a giant, jumbo, massive noise, and my mom was concerned. And we moved on to the Rice-A-Roni episode that I then had after. So I was all excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to eat this yummy, cheesy Rice-A-Roni stuff that looks really gross when you're making it and smells really gross, and like the cheese and the water powder, the cheese powder stuff just grosses me out no matter what it is. But then I know once it's cooked, it's delicious. I came into this room that I'm in right now to sit down and watch TV, and I was sitting, so I was like holding Rice-A-Roni in this hand, and I had a fork in this hand, and I was taking my first bite, and I was like, I'm not that comfortable, like, let me adjust myself, and I like moved somehow, some way. The hot, scalding hot Rice-A-Roni fell and burnt the inside of my legs and the lower part of my other leg. And I was like crying, and that I just fell in the tub and then burnt myself with Rice-A-Roni. I examined what I had left in here as a mess because there was Rice-A-Roni everywhere, mainly in between the cushions of the couch. Now, I was so hungry at the time and so barbaric that I then proceeded, I knew I had to clean it up, so then I proceeded to eat as much Rice-A-Roni out of the inside of the couch cushions as I possibly could without getting like hairs in my mouth from my dog laying on that couch and so forth. I ate as much Rice-A-Roni. I scraped it off the cushions of my couch and went right down the hatchet. And then Katie, my dog, licked the residue. And then I wiped and scrubbed those couches until they didn't smell like cheese and rice anymore. I had literally pretty much licked. I didn't lick it. I don't think I licked it. Maybe I did in the moment. I might have licked the couch. I also think I ate some off the floor. I know that half of it was left on the floor and it was like dumped, and there was like a quarter of it sticking to the inside of it, and I ate it. I ate Rice-A-Roni out of the couch. This year, when we went out for Easter dinner, me and my sister couldn't decide what we wanted. I got the broiled seafood platter, and she got this vodka chicken pasta, delicious stuff. We switched halfway through. The seafood platter came with a giant baked potato. After eating broiled seafood and a bunch of pasta, I like couldn't tackle, and a crap ton of bread that came beforehand with this garlic butter. I couldn't wolf down that potato. Put as many good things into the potatoes I could before we left. I started eating it before we left, and then when we got back to my house, I finished it. I don't know how I do things sometimes. It just happens. I've come up with a theory, the gold star complex, which means when I was a child, my grandmother always told me, Casey, if you eat all of the food on your plate, you will get a gold star. Me being the competitive child that I always was, wanted to beat my little sister so bad at everything, and if this was a competition where gold stars were involved, then I most certainly was going to finish my plate. Not only the first time that I heard that this was a thing, but every single time I ate there ever since. I couldn't just stop there. I couldn't just gain my gold stars at my grandma's house. I would do it everywhere, and before I knew it, I'm an adult and I feel this complex to eat all of the food on my plate. I will eat all of the food on my plate to the point where I can't feel anything. My face doesn't want to move. Having leftovers is never really a thing for me because I just can't stand the fact that I have food left on my plate, like I need to finish it now before time runs out. But yeah, I definitely have this gold star complex. If you think you have the gold star complex, then you should tell me about it, because I would love to hear exactly what it is that sets you off. I hope my junk food confessional has helped you feel better about yourself, because I feel pretty shitty about myself right now. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Until next time, I will post more videos eventually. Let's try that again. Like, I'm not like, ooh. I mean, sometimes I'm like, arteries, and get it in my stomach before it, like, ran away. Oh, closed everything. I didn't need you to close everything. Documents. Big old buns, which is over here now. I might have licked the couch. Insert your word here. I am a man beast, girl beast, to make a long story short.